Hey Jake, how's it going today?
Hey Sarah, I'm doing great actually. I just had the funniest experience this morning.
Oh really? Tell me.
So, I was at a coffee shop, right? And this guy next to me starts talking. He's like, "So, what do you do?" And I totally froze. I mean, I know what I do, but I just couldn't explain it in a simple way.
That happens to so many people. Even native speakers sometimes struggle with that question. Like, what do you say? Do you give your job title? Do you explain your daily tasks? It's actually harder than people think.
Exactly. And for English learners, it's even more stressful because you have to think about the vocabulary, the grammar, and you don't want to sound boring, you know?
That's actually a perfect introduction to today's topic. Today, we're going to help you talk about your job in English. We'll give you the words, the phrases, and the confidence to answer the famous question, what do you do?
And by the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your job, talk about your responsibilities, and have a real conversation about work, whether it's at a party, a networking event, or even a job interview.
So let's jump right in. Jake, let me ask you properly. What do you do?
Well, I'm a content creator. I make videos and podcasts to help people learn English.
See, that was clear and simple. And that's exactly what we want to teach our listeners today. Let's start with the basics, the essential vocabulary you need to talk about your job.
Great idea. So, the first word is job. Your job is what you do to earn money. For example, my job is to teach English.
And a word that's very similar is work. But be careful. Work can be a verb or a noun. As a verb, I work at a hospital. As a noun, I go to work at 8 o'clock.
That's a good point. A lot of learners confuse job and work. Remember, job is countable. You can say, I have a job, or I have two jobs. But work as a noun is usually uncountable. You don't say, I have a work.
Exactly. So, job you can count, work you don't count. Next word, company. A company is the business or organization you work for. I work for a tech company.
And if you want to sound more natural, you can also say firm for law firms or consulting firms, or organization for nonprofits and government.
Another important word is position or role. These are more formal ways to describe what you do. My position is marketing manager, or my role involves managing social media.
Let's talk about some common job titles. These are super useful. Manager, that's someone who leads a team. Assistant, someone who helps. Director, someone who makes big decisions. Engineer, someone who designs or builds things. Consultant, someone who gives expert advice.
And don't forget freelancer. A freelancer is someone who works for themselves and has different clients. I'm a freelance graphic designer is very common nowadays.
Oh, and entrepreneur. That's someone who starts their own business. It's a French word actually, but in English we pronounce it entrepreneur.
Now let's talk about some important verbs. When you describe your job, you need action verbs. I manage a team. I design websites. I handle customer complaints. I organize events.
And here's a useful expression, I'm in charge of. It means you're responsible for something. I'm in charge of the marketing budget. I'm in charge of hiring new employees.
Another great phrase is I deal with. It means you work with or handle something regularly. I deal with international clients. I deal with paperwork.
And I'm responsible for. It's clear and professional. I'm responsible for training new staff. I'm responsible for sales in Europe.
Perfect. Now, let's put all of this together in a real conversation. Imagine you're at a networking event. I'll be the person you just met, and you'll be yourself. Ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
Hi there. I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Jake. Nice to meet you too.
So, what do you do, Jake?
I'm a project manager at a tech company. We develop mobile apps.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What kind of apps?
Mostly productivity apps. You know, apps that help people organize their work and manage their time.
That's cool. So, what exactly do you do as a project manager?
Well, I'm in charge of coordinating the team. I make sure everyone meets their deadlines, and I communicate with our clients to understand what they need.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility. Do you enjoy it?
I love it, actually. Every day is different. Some days I'm in meetings all day, and other days I'm working on strategy. It keeps things interesting.
And how long have you been doing this?
About 3 years now. Before that, I was a software developer, but I wanted to do something more people-oriented.
That's great. That was a really natural conversation, right? Did you notice some key phrases?
Yes, let me point out a few. First, I'm a project manager at a tech company. This is the basic structure. I am plus your job title plus at plus your company or industry.
So the formula is I'm a plus job title plus at plus company. I'm a nurse at a hospital. I'm a teacher at a high school. I'm an accountant at a bank.
And notice I said an accountant, not a accountant. Remember, use an before a vowel sound. An engineer, an artist, an accountant.
That's a very common mistake. Don't say, I am engineer. Always use a or an before your job title. I am an engineer. I am a teacher.
Another phrase from the dialogue. What exactly do you do? This is a great follow-up question when someone tells you their job title, but you want to know more about their daily work.
And the answer used, I'm in charge of, plus an action. That's perfect for describing your main responsibilities.
Now let's practice with some different situations. Situation number 1, an informal conversation at a party.
Hey, so tell me about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm a graphic designer. I create logos and marketing materials for different brands.
That's awesome. Are you freelance or do you work for a company?
I'm freelance, actually. I work from home most of the time, which is nice.
Oh, wow. That must be flexible. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love the freedom, but sometimes it's hard to find new clients. You know, it's not always stable.
I can imagine. So you're your own boss.
Pretty much, yeah. I handle everything. The design work, the invoices, the meetings with clients. It's a lot, but it's worth it.
Great. So that was informal. Notice how Jake used casual language. Pretty much. You know, it's a lot, but it's worth it. These make the conversation feel natural and relaxed.
And the question was different too. Instead of, what do you do? The person asked, what do you do for a living? Same meaning, but it's a very common alternative.
Now let's do situation number 2. This time, it's more formal. Imagine a job interview.
Sure, I'll be the interviewer this time.
Sounds good.
So, Sarah, can you tell me about your current position?
Of course. I'm currently working as a marketing coordinator at a digital agency. I've been in this role for about 2 years.
And what are your main responsibilities?
I'm responsible for managing our social media accounts, creating content strategies, and coordinating with the design team to produce marketing campaigns. I also analyze the performance of our campaigns using data tools.
That sounds like a very complete role. What do you enjoy most about your work?
I'd say the creative side. I love brainstorming new ideas and seeing how they perform. It's very rewarding when a campaign does well.
Excellent. And why are you looking for a new position?
I'm looking for more growth opportunities. I've learned a lot in my current role, but I'm ready for a bigger challenge and more responsibility.
Did you hear the differences? In a formal context, Sarah used longer, more complete sentences. She said, I'm currently working as, instead of just, I'm a. She said, I'm responsible for, and listed specific tasks.
And instead of saying, I love it, I said, I'd say the creative side, which is more professional. Also, notice the question, can you tell me about your current position? That's a very typical interview question.
Let's do one more situation. Situation number 3, explaining a complicated job.
This is important because some jobs are hard to explain simply, especially technical jobs.
Exactly. So, I'll play someone with a complicated job. Sarah, ask me what I do.
So Jake, what do you do?
I work in IT. Basically, I make sure all the computer systems in my company run smoothly. When something breaks, I fix it. When we need new software, I help set it up. Think of me as a tech doctor for the company.
Oh, I like that. A tech doctor. That's easy to understand.
Thanks. And that's actually a great technique. If your job is complicated, use a comparison. Think of me as, or it's kind of like, followed by something simple that everyone can understand.
That's brilliant. So, a data analyst could say, I look at numbers and data to help my company make better decisions. Think of me as a detective, but for business.
Or a supply chain manager could say, I make sure products get from the factory to the store shelves on time. It's kind of like being an air traffic controller, but for packages.
Those are great comparisons. Now, let's talk about some really useful expressions and idioms related to work.
Oh, I love this part. First one, 9 to 5. This means a regular, standard job, usually Monday to Friday. I have a 9 to 5 job at an insurance company.
Next, to wear many hats. This means you do many different things at work. In a small company, you wear many hats. One day you're doing accounting, the next day you're answering phones.
To climb the corporate ladder. This means to get promoted and move to higher positions over time. She climbed the corporate ladder from intern to director in just 5 years.
To work overtime. This means to work extra hours, more than your normal schedule. I've been working overtime this week because we have a big deadline.
A dream job. This is the perfect job you've always wanted. Being a travel writer is my dream job.
And to be swamped or to be snowed under. Both mean you have too much work. Sorry, I can't go to lunch today. I'm swamped.
To call it a day. This means to stop working for the day. It's 6 o'clock. Let's call it a day.
And my favorite, to get the ball rolling. It means to start something, to begin a project. Let's get the ball rolling on the new marketing campaign.
Those are so useful. Now, let's address some common mistakes that learners make when talking about their jobs.
Mistake number 1, and this is the biggest one, forgetting the article. Don't say I am teacher, say I am a teacher. Don't say I am engineer, say I am an engineer. Always use a or an before your job title.
Mistake number 2, confusing work and job. Don't say I found a new work, say I found a new job. And don't say my job is very hard work when you mean my work is very demanding.
Mistake number 3, using the wrong preposition. You work at a place. I work at a hospital. You work for a company. I work for Google. You work in a field. I work in finance. And you work as a specific role. I work as a manager.
Let me repeat that because prepositions are tricky. Work at a place. Work for a company. Work in a field. Work as a role. I work at the downtown office for a tech startup in software development as a lead developer.
Mistake number 4, saying I am working when you mean I work. If you want to describe your regular job, use the present simple. I work at a bank. If you use I am working, it means right now, at this moment. I'm working on a report means you're doing it right now.
Great catch. I work at a bank is your job. I am working at a bank could mean it's temporary, like a short-term contract. So be careful with that one.
Now, let's share some cultural tips about talking about work in English-speaking countries.
Cultural tip number 1. In the US, what do you do is one of the first questions people ask when they meet someone new. It's considered normal small talk, not rude, so don't be surprised or offended if someone asks you this.
Cultural tip number 2. In the UK, people might be a bit more subtle. Instead of directly asking, what do you do? They might say, so, are you keeping busy these days? Or, what line of work are you in?
Cultural tip number 3. It's okay to be humble, but don't put yourself down. Instead of saying, oh, I'm just a secretary, say, I work as an administrative assistant, or I support the management team. Your job matters, no matter what it is.
Cultural tip number 4. In English-speaking countries, it's common to ask follow-up questions about someone's job to show interest. Oh, how long have you been doing that? Do you enjoy it? What's the best part? Not asking follow-up questions can seem like you don't care.
That's a great point. Showing interest is key in English conversations. Now, let's do some practice. I'll give you scenarios and we'll practice answers together.
Scenario 1. Someone at a party asks, "What do you do?"
A good answer could be, I'm a nurse at a children's hospital. I take care of kids and help them feel better. It's really rewarding.
See how that answer has 3 parts? Your title, what you do, and how you feel about it. That's a great formula for a natural answer.
Scenario 2. Your new neighbor asks, so, where do you work?
A natural answer would be, I work at a law firm downtown. I'm a paralegal, so I help the lawyers prepare their cases. It's busy, but I really enjoy it.
Scenario 3. At a conference, someone says, tell me about your role.
You could say, sure, I'm the head of digital marketing at a fashion brand. I'm in charge of our social media strategy and online advertising. We've grown our online presence by 50% this year, which I'm really proud of.
That's a more detailed, professional answer, perfect for networking.
Scenario 4. You're meeting your partner's friends for the first time and someone asks, so, what do you do for a living?
A casual response would be, oh, I'm a software developer. Basically, I build websites and apps. Nothing too exciting, but I enjoy the problem-solving side of it.
I love the nothing too exciting part. It's humble and natural, very common in casual conversation.
Scenario 5. Someone asks, how's work going?
This is a follow-up question about your current situation at work. You could say, it's going well, thanks. We're working on a big project right now, so it's been pretty busy, but I like staying active, so I don't mind.
And the last one, Scenario 6. Explaining a career change.
I used to work in banking, but I switched to teaching last year. I wanted to do something more meaningful, and I've always loved working with kids. Best decision I ever made.
Those are all fantastic examples. Let's quickly recap what we learned today.
Today we covered so much. First, the basic vocabulary you need. Words like job, work, company, position, and role.
Then the key phrases. I'm a plus job title, I work at, I'm in charge of, I'm responsible for, and I deal with.
We practiced 3 real conversations: informal at a party, formal at a job interview, and explaining a complicated job.
We learned awesome idioms like 9 to 5, wear many hats, climb the corporate ladder, and call it a day.
We corrected common mistakes. Always use a or an before your job title, and remember the right prepositions: at, for, in, as.
And we shared cultural tips about how work conversations happen in English-speaking countries.
So here's your homework. This week, practice describing your job in English. Try 3 different versions: a casual one for friends, a professional one for networking, and a simple one for anyone.
And if you really want to level up, try explaining your job using a comparison. Think of me as a... Trust me, people love that.
If this episode helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We release new English learning episodes every week.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, what do you do? Try to describe your job in English in the comments. We'll read them and give you feedback.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye. Keep practicing.
And mistake number 4, giving up too soon. A lot of people quit right before they're about to have a breakthrough.
A breakthrough. That's when you suddenly make a big jump in your ability. After 6 months of practice, I finally had a breakthrough, and I could understand English movies without subtitles.
That's amazing! And breakthroughs often come after a period of feeling stuck. So if you feel stuck right now, it might mean you're close to a breakthrough.
That's really encouraging. Now let's talk about some cultural tips. Sarah, are there differences in how people talk about motivation and self-improvement in different English-speaking countries?
Great question. In American English, people tend to be very direct and enthusiastic about motivation. You'll hear things like, you got this, you can do it, keep pushing.
And in British English?
British people tend to be a bit more reserved. They might say, you're doing well, or keep at it, rather than the more enthusiastic American style. Neither is better, they're just different.
What about Australian English?
Australians are very laid back and encouraging. They might say, No worries, mate. You'll get there. It's very relaxed and supportive.
That's interesting. And another cultural thing. In English-speaking cultures, it's very common to compliment people on their effort, not just their results.
That's so true. In American culture especially, you'll hear people say, "I'm so proud of you for trying," or "Good for you for putting yourself out there." The effort matters as much as the result.
Putting yourself out there means making an effort to do something even though it's risky or scary. She really put herself out there by giving a presentation in English.
And here's a cultural tip that a lot of people don't know. In English-speaking cultures, it's considered very positive to talk about your goals and progress. In some cultures, people might think it's bragging, but in English-speaking countries, sharing your learning journey is encouraged.
That's so true. You can say things like, "I've been working on my English for 6 months," and people will respond with, "That's awesome. Good for you."
Another cultural thing, if someone corrects your English, don't take it personally. In most cases, they're trying to help you. A good response is, "Oh, thanks for the correction. I'll remember that."
Being open to corrections is a sign of maturity and confidence. It shows you care about improving.
Perfect. Now, let's do some quick practice scenarios. I'm going to give you a situation, and you tell me what you would say.
Okay, I'm ready.
Scenario 1. Your friend asks you about your New Year's resolution. You want to say that you're going to improve your English this year.
I would say, my New Year's resolution is to take my English to the next level. I'm going to practice speaking every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes.
Great answer. Take something to the next level means to improve it significantly. Scenario 2. Someone asks you how your English classes are going.
They're going really well, actually. I'm starting to get the hang of the present perfect tense. It was confusing at first, but I'm making progress.
Beautiful. Using get the hang of in a real context. Scenario 3. Your coworker makes fun of your English pronunciation.
This is a tough one. I would say, I appreciate the feedback. I'm still learning, and I'm proud of how far I've come. At least I'm trying.
Perfect response. Confident but not aggressive. And you used how far I've come, which means how much progress you've made.
Scenario 4. You want to explain to your family why you spend so much time studying English.
I'm investing in my future. English opens so many doors for my career and for traveling. It's not easy, but I believe it's worth it.
Opens doors is such a common expression. It means it creates new opportunities. Like speaking English opened doors for me that I never expected.
Exactly. And let me add one more scenario. Scenario 6. You meet another English learner who is feeling discouraged. What do you say to encourage them?
I would say, "Hey, I totally understand how you feel. I've been there too. But let me tell you, it gets easier. Every day you practice, you're building something amazing. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just focus on being better than you were yesterday."
That was beautiful, Jake. And that's actually a great way to practice your English, by encouraging other people in English. You practice your speaking, and you make someone's day better.
It's a win-win situation. A win-win means both people benefit. You practice your English, and they feel better. Everybody wins.
And one more. Scenario 5. You're having a bad day with English. Nothing is making sense. What do you tell yourself?
I would say, it's okay to have a bad day. This doesn't mean I'm failing. Tomorrow will be better. I just need to take it one step at a time.
That was perfect. And honestly, talking to yourself in English is one of the best things you can do. It's free, you can do it anywhere, and nobody is judging you.
Self-talk in English. That's actually a great habit to build.
Absolutely. All right, let's wrap things up. Jake, can you give our listeners a quick summary of what we talked about today?
Of course. So today we talked about how your mindset is the key to improving your English. We learned some important vocabulary like mindset, mindset shift, fluency, consistency, comfort zone, growth, and progress.
We also learned some great expressions like take it one step at a time, get the hang of something, be on the right track, push through, and it's about the journey, not the destination.
We talked about common mistakes like only studying grammar, translating in your head, comparing yourself to others, and giving up too soon.
And we practiced real conversations and scenarios that you can use in your daily life.
So here's your homework for this week. Every morning, I want you to say one positive thing about your English in English. Something like, I am making progress, or I am getting better every day.
That's such a great homework assignment. And also, try to speak English out loud for at least 5 minutes every day. Talk to yourself, describe what you see, narrate your day. Just get those words out of your mouth.
If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment telling us about your English learning journey. We love reading your stories.
And remember, you are already amazing for being here and investing in your English. Don't give up. You've got this.
You've got this. See you in the next episode, everyone.
Bye-bye.